The Extraordinary Rendition of Janos Farkas. Chapter 17. Cute. Very cute, Dirk said as he came into the room. But there was no cute in his voice, and even worse in his eyes. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Cute. I don't like cute. I had no time to answer him before he had his gun out. I was across the room pointing at her forehead. Who do you work for? He asked. Who? His reaction took Ayn off guard, and when she opened her mouth to speak, no words came out. Who? He asked again. Tell me, or this time you won't need to faint. You'll be dead. Ayn searched for a way out of this. She looked at Gisela, but there was no help coming from that direction. She decided to fight back. Fire entered her eyes. You, she yelled past the gun aimed at her face. You bugged Janos's apartment, my apartment. The apartment you have a key to, the one you seem to have to come and go whenever you want. Without losing a drop of her anger, she pushed the gun aside and turned to Gisela. He's your brother, how dare you? What the hell is going on? Turk grabbed her shoulder and jerked her back to the gun. How do you know where to look for bugs? Who trained you? The CIA? Who? I don't know anything about bugs, she answered, returning the hardness of his stare. I'm a school teacher. Little kids, remember? I told you I wouldn't know a bug if I saw one. It was the policeman, Ruler. He looked around. He saw it. He told me. I didn't hear him tell you. He wrote it on a piece of paper, she said, taking the paper from her pocket. Here, look, it's on the other side of the phone number he gave me. You're lying, he said, without looking at the paper. Why would I lie? Everything I told you before you went into the other room to listen to on the recorder, or whatever you have in there, everything. You heard everything. Gisela came over and took the paper from her. Is this true? She said. Ayn stared at her, her face full of defiance, and acknowledged the question with a small nod. Let her go, Turk. I believe her, Gisela said, not returning the paper with the phone number but keeping it herself. His number, Ayn said. You won't need it. You won't need him. You have us, Gisela answered as she turned and went back to look out the window. Pulling the curtain aside, she looked out and then back at Ayn. You see, he's gone now, but we are still here, she said. But he is going to investigate. He is going to help find Janos. I know. I don't understand. If he has information, he will bring it here to you, Gisela said, then pointing at the lamp. That way we will all hear it. And what he doesn't tell us, we will find out. How? Turk will be his shadow. Things that people won't tell a policeman, they will tell Turk. Ayn didn't answer, didn't question it. She understood without asking. Turk didn't like cute. She walked over to the lamp. Why is the room bugged? She asked. It was Janos's idea, Gisela answered. I don't understand. Maybe there are things about my brother you don't know yet. What? Gisela shrugged and ignored the question. What? Anne repeated. Again it was ignored, or at least unanswered, and they stood in silence looking out the window, looking at nothing, with nothing to say. Gisela broke the silence. My brother is a great man. I love him, Anne replied. Gisela turned and looked into Ayn's eyes. Ayn could feel a question being asked, not a question with words, but a question asked with the eyes. Do you? Do you really? She answered it out loud. I do. I really do. We will find him, Gisela said. Wherever he is, we will find him. What if he is... Ayn didn't finish the question, didn't have to. Dead? Gisela replied. Janos is not dead. He has not been killed. When people want someone like Janos killed, they want the world to know about it. They want proof. They want a body to be found. No, if Janos were killed, we would have already known. Janos is much too important to just disappear. Somewhere he is alive. We will find him, and we will find him soon. Soon? It is not long until he is supposed to be starring in a play, the most important play he has ever performed in. Where? Beirut. Ayn waited for more information, but none came. Beirut, she said. He promised to take me there for our honeymoon. And she started to cry, because she knew it was her turn. Inspector Zimmerman wiped the imaginary dust from his wife's picture, replaced it on the credenza, and then turned to Breuler. They had a listening device? Yes, it's not very sophisticated, short range. The recorder must be close by in one of the other rooms. You planted your own? Yes, Breuler replied. I put it in the lamp. I don't think they'll look there. That's where theirs is. The transmitter booster is in the concierge's apartment. He won't say anything. He's shit scared. We'll let the Jews know where he is. Where's the recorder? My top dressed drawer. We can listen live whenever we want to, or just do playback. It's voice activated, so we won't need to waste a lot of time. Have you heard anything yet? Yes. What? Turk Ahmed is going to follow me. Be careful, he's a killer. I will be, Breuler replied with a smile on his face. I'm having way too much fun to die. Don't be cocky. Be careful. Where do you want me to start? I can't tell you that. Janos was the brains, but his sister Gisela is not stupid either. And Ayn is smarter than all of them. Unless you are seen as a real policeman, the whole operation is in jeopardy. Do what a real detective would do. Take the information you have and start to dig. The more deeply you dig, the more real you become. I've told them that I only have 2 days. 2 days is enough. What happens then? Breuler asked. Zimmerman didn't answer that question, but turned his back to Breuler, and picking up a picture of his daughter with his first grandson, said, Take your best clue and run with it. Take your lead from your best clue, and then let them follow you. And when you have led them far enough, follow their lead. That's the end of chapter 17. Tomorrow, chapter 18.